so crazy, it's hard to believe. What's on this journey? Let us see. Aliens have landed, run away in fear. How deep is the rabbit hole? We'll find out this year. Sasquatch mating seems to be the norm, along with crazy death and markings in the corn. Don't look behind you, you'll surely die of fright. If we're lucky, we'll make it through the night. Maybe we'll uncover all the things that can be. Welcome to another year of wicked days.
Hey, what's up, my fellow weirdos? All you beautiful bastards, you wonderful ladies. God, I loved all of you.
You
guys
don't
are
just
so
love
amazing.
the ladies.
I love them all.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard it both ways.
You've had it both ways.
Well, you know, it's not that kind of a podcast, Chuck.
It kind of is.
Oh, man. Yeah, so my name is Chris, and with me, as always, is the flight instructor for Malaysian Flight 437, Chuck.
What's up, weirdos?
So what happened to that plan
What plan?
for the plane?
For the plane? The plan for the plane.
Plan for the plane.
The plan for the plane. There was no plan for the plane. Yeah.
Is that why they got lost?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
That's what happens when you don't plan your plane ride. Yep.
Well, it sounds to me like you drew it with a crayon.
I did. That's all I had.
And they were like flying, and they're like, well, and then like you accidentally drug the crayon across. They're like, oh shit, I guess we're supposed to go this way now.
Yeah. That's what happened, dude. For real.
Son of a bitch. That's why it's missing.
Well, I only ever have crayons. It's the most inconvenient thing.
Crayons, lube, and orbs.
Yeah.
Orbs. Yeah. Oh, by the way, speaking of orbs, check out our last video, and right around 11 minutes and 40 seconds, there's a fucking orb that comes like from here down.
Yeah.
And I actually stopped talking and say, hey, man, did you just see that streak of light? You know?
It was the weirdest thing
it's crazy.
because he stopped and I thought he forgot where he was going. And he's like, no, I just saw a streak of light. Well, I was editing the video, and sure enough, right before he paused, this fucking orby thing just floats right past his face, which I didn't see at the time.
Yeah,
and he saw it.
It's insane.
And here's what's weird is every
And
time...
I don't even believe in this shit.
Right.
But I saw that shit.
I criticize the orbs all the time because it's always like some speck of dust they couldn't see at the time.
No, this was like a round, like almost transparent ball.
Yeah.
There's not a fucking chance in hell it was a bug. No fucking way.
I would have saw something if it was something like a bug.
Right.
Dude,
it probably would have landed on his face and fucking bit him or something.
But I'm the one. I'm completely open to the idea that there are spirits and ghosts around.
Right.
But
Not so much here.
the orbs are always questionable to me. Always questionable.
Yeah. Shit gets scary, man.
But that was weird that you saw it.
Yeah. And
That was
that's
real
the thing. And like, at first I'm thinking, okay, where could light have come from? You know, and we got all the light in the studio, everything you're seeing, it's set, and it's set exactly the same way every single time.
Yeah.
For the entire video. It's not like we move shit around or anything. It's just fucking weird. Check it out.
And we do have a window up over here, but that was just like a speck. It wasn't like when a headlight goes by and you see the whole beam.
Well, for one, it's daytime. For two, there's a big bush in front of that window. So it's not like a car's headlights are going to come through. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't know. But
It was pretty wild, dude. That was one of the most interesting things that's happened in the last week or so. But
yeah. Hey, man, I got you. I got you some change.
more change? Sweet, dude.
Well, no, this one's a little special. All right.
Oh, is that one of those Alcoholics Anonymous coins?
Fuck, I can't read it.
What's it say?
It's 5 francs from 1979.
5 francs.
Yes.
There were 5 francs at my house the other day.
While your wife was at work? It was a Franken party. A Franken bang. A Frank bang.
I was talking about hot dogs.
Oh, of course you were. Yeah, of course you were.
Yeah.
Yep. You said 5 you could fit, huh? I'm just kidding. All right, buddy. After all the ignorance, you want to go ahead and get into this? Get weird?
Yeah, let's get weird, man.
All right, got you. Welcome to another episode of Weird Candy. I hope everyone out there is comfortable. Maybe you're kicked back with a nice brandy or a really smooth bourbon. Maybe you're smoking a cigar or a vape or just having a nice relaxing break from life.
A little good old stroke of smoke, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I'd
so-
be a lot more comfortable if I could take my pants off, but with the video and all, it's just...
Right?
You guys are hindering my ability to get comfortable here.
No, see, I don't think they can see below your waist unless you stand up.
Yeah, well, sometimes I stand up.
No, you don't.
Although I just sit on my ass all day long.
For the videos, you do. So you're having that nice, relaxing break from life, and if so, wake the fuck up! This fucking world is full of so much weird shit that we should all be wearing tinfoil hats and hiding in our basements.
That's kind of what we do.
Basically.
We need to spread the word. You guys need to join in.
Woo. Sorry about that, guys. Got a little worked up there, See, it happens.
That's going to be a
Sometimes it
bitch
just
to edit the
happens.
loudness out of your voice.
Well, it'll be all right. Today, we're going to look into a pretty wild occurrence that took place nearly 80 years ago. Let's dive into the Bennington Triangle. To start things out, we have an article by John Kurosky on allthat'sinteresting.com. Quote, followers of
folklore and aficionados of the paranormal.
All right, you go ahead and read this.
All right.
Thank you.
Oh, you want me to keep doing that voice?
Sure.
All right.
Oh, man, we got like a drunk priest. The drunk priest is here. He hasn't been here in a while.
Yeah. Ever since we got mistaken when we thought he was touching kids, but that's not what he meant.
Yeah.
He meant touching their souls and
enlightening them, bringing them to Jesus.
That's what he meant. Yeah, I think.
No. He was exonerated
Yeah, okay.
in the courts. Yeah.
Followers of folklore and aficionados of the paranormal are likely familiar with the Bermuda Triangle and perhaps even southeastern Massachusetts Bridgewater Triangle.
Never heard of it.
But one lesser-known relative of these areas holds more than its fair share of tantalizing mysteries.
Ooh, mysteries. Chuck, what do you think about the drunk priest? Shake your blades.
Man, I get kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I'd call it jealous, but shit, man.
Right.
Well, you just gonna replace me with him forever?
Honestly, sometimes I think about if you weren't my best friend, maybe.
He's like, as long as it's not Railroad Joe, that asshole stinks.
Oh my God, dude. Ugh. Anyway.
All right. The Bennington Triangle of Vermont. That's the one with all the tantalizing mysteries.
Yeah, sure.
Dubbed as such by Arthur Joseph A. Citro, the Bennington Triangle is a loosely defined area that encompasses the ghost town of Glastonbury.
Glastonbury.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Glastonbury.
So a glass full of berries. That's what I'm getting.
That's what I thought,
I'm
too.
just gathering.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just gathering intel. That's all.
Yep. It was once a small logging community centered on the eponymous mountain of southwestern Vermont. Well, I think John, whoever wrote this thing.
Right. That was very helpful. So, yeah. Why don't we look at the reason we're covering this? The missing people.
Oh, okay, missing people.
Yeah.
Huh?
So the first disappearance occurred on November 12th, 1945, when 74-year-old Mitty Rivers disappeared while out hunting in the vicinity of Long Trail Road and Vermont Route 9. Rivers was on a weekend hunting trip with 4 other hunters up at the mountains. Dude, I'm telling you that I got a concussion.
Dude, that sucks. Tell them why you think you might have one.
So I was laying in bed last night, sleeping.
Having a nightmare about the war, PTSD and all.
Well, something like that, but I don't even remember what I was dreaming. And next thing I know, I was laying flat, and I fell out of bed flat.
It was
I
the fucking
didn't
ghost.
roll.
You just went swoosh, boom.
I'm telling you, because I did not roll out of bed.
Dude, you
I
probably
literally
suspended in
went
air.
from like this to this and fell.
What
and
movie?
I cracked my head on my nightstand. I cracked my knee and my elbow on this old antique rocking chair we have in there. and it hurt like a son of a bitch.
Yeah, dude.
And all day long, I've had this like weird headache and this double vision, and it's so hard for me to read. So this episode is going to be, I think, mostly Chuck. So
I'm thinking
sorry,
that-
guys, for leading you on, but this is just kind of. It's just kind of what it has to be, man.
I think you levitated off the side of the bed and then were defying gravity until you woke up enough and hit the ground.
Yeah, dude, because I fell off, hit the back of my head, and landed on my back. How do you do that?
I don't know, man.
It's weird. All right,
All right.
sorry, buddy, but this is good. So this is going to be a Chuck heavy episode, guys.
Oh boy, here we go with a lot of lost places. Let's see if we can keep it together.
You got this, man. Chuck, you're a professional, bro.
All right, where are we?
The first disappearance.
The first disappearance. Nope.
Yeah,
Yep, Rivers disappeared.
Mitty Rivers.
Because you're the one you mentioned. Rivers disappeared in the vicinity of Long Trail Road and Vermont Route
Maybe
9.
you have a concussion too.
I got Vermont and Route combined. Vermont.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm a Vermonter.
Oh, yeah. Rivers was on a weekend hunting trip with 4 other hunters up in the mountains. On the morning of November 12th, 1945, Rivers and his son-in-law, Joe Luzon, were walking together before reaching a fork. Rivers and Luzon would separate here, and Rivers telling Luzon he'd only be going a short distance before he would join them at camp for lunch. I'm going to go rub one out and have a stroke of smoke, you know. We're going out there. So as
I was supposed to add the smart ass remarks. What are you doing?
as 3
I even
p.m.
have my shoes off.
As 3 p.m. had come and gone, the rest of the hunting party would begin searching before getting authorities.
Well, yeah, there was an extra PB&J, man. You know, they were like, oh, my God, he didn't eat his peanut butter. We got to find him.
Well, hold on. Don't be so fucking hasty. We'll just put that off for a minute. I'm a little extra hungry today.
We'll just wait till 3 then. Give him some time.
Right. So an extensive search was conducted, but the only evidence discovered was a single rifle cartridge that was found in a stream.
So he shot at something.
Okay. He was down in the stream.
Down on the, on the bed or whatever. I'm sure he wasn't in the water, but he was like on the.
Well, he had to be close enough for the ejection
Right.
of the cartridge to land.
Right where
in
the water
stream.
comes
Yeah.
up and everything,
Yeah.
because you figure you're shooting right-handed. The cartridge.
How do you
is
know
gonna
he's
come-
right-handed?
Because this makes sense. You shoot right-handed, the cartridge comes out the right side of the gun. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever shot miniguns?
You don't know he was right-handed.
But I do know that that's a possibility of why the cartridge is in the water.
Bullshitting. I mean, we got to fucking speculate, don't we? We don't know much reasons why.
That's what people think.
We don't even know why he was shooting. You could have been shooting at a fucking rabbit or whatever hunting season it was.
Could have been shooting at you.
Well, I was out there in the woods that day. Yep.
You suck.
No.
Yeah. Sorry. It's been spoken.
All right.
Dude, I swear that one sounds like me, but I did not create that.
Yeah, I think people have said that they thought that was you before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not. I promise.
Okay, so they found this cartridge in the stream, and the speculation was that Rivers had leaned over and the cartridge had dropped out of his pocket. So I guess maybe
So it
hadn't
wasn't
been
even fired.
So that's crazy.
Right. That's weird.
What was he leaning down? I don't know. Maybe he dropped his
Maybe he saw
pants
something
and
in the water.
took a dump. And
Or maybe he saw something in the water. You know? He was like, what the hell is that? Bent down to pick it up and, oh, it's just a rock. Maybe he thought it was gold, or a
Right.
geode or something like that.
yeah, so it goes on that Rivers was an experienced outdoorsman who was familiar with the local area.
Okay.
So it's fucking weird, right?
Well,
Like,
that shit's fucking strange.
Yeah, I
it's
mean-
just strange.
it's weird that, like, I don't know. It's
I mean, this guy that is very well versed in the area and hunting. Something even weirder, though, is that the first person that I could find that went missing was named Carl Herrick. It wasn't even Mitty Rivers. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about the Mitty Rivers thing, real quick. I feel like if you're a hunter, you're a pretty observant person. You might notice a cartridge slipping out of your pocket or out of.
I mean, I guess, you got to think 80 years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we're talking what, the 1940s. You know what I'm saying? So it could be like nowadays you carry cartridges that are loaded, and then when one runs out, you put a new one in. You know, maybe back then they just carried loose bullets in their pocket and just, you know, single shot rifles or whatever. You know, I'm thinking
Right.
bolt action.
Yeah, but he
Bolt
probably
action,
had to
single
have
shot.
he had to have had them in his pocket.
But he bent down for something. What did he bend down for? And not only that, what the fuck happened to him? But seriously, like, so everybody says Mitty Rivers, but I found this guy named Carl Herrick that went missing before Mitty.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I think they left this one out because eventually he was found 3 days later. He was dead, though. And here's where it gets strange. According to historicmysteries.com, in 1943, Carl Herrick was enjoying a hunting trip with his cousin, Henry, 10 miles northeast of Glastonbury town. Okay, so we're back to the glass full of berries. The two became separated, and Carl never returned. Henry found Carl's body 3 days later in a bizarre scene. Carl's ribs had punctured his lungs, and the postmortem indicated that something had squeezed him to death.
So what could be able to squeeze him to death? Because wouldn't you think?
Well, they go on, and Henry reported that there were very large bear prints around the corpse. However, experts say a bear would not have squeezed him into death. I mean, that's like fucking wild to me.
That's where I was going to go, because a bear might be able to put you on the ground and pounce on you, but
Right.
that's going to appear different than
They're
being
going to eat
squeezed.
you. They're going to eat you. Only thing wrong with him, he was squeezed to death. Nothing was eaten. Even other animals hadn't come along and tried to eat off
But
of him.
being pounced on top of is going to present differently than being squeezed.
Right. He was literally squeezed to death.
It's fucking weird.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot. Big feet.
Well,
Oh, what was your little honey bunny doing out there?
I know. I got to ask. I'll ask. I'm sorry, guys. I
Yeah.
forgot to ask beforehand. My bad. But that's just weird as fuck, dude. And then they don't mention it, I guess, because he was found. But come
Right.
on, dude. How does that not fit into the story?
Right, and it's
I
right there
had
in the
to
same
add it.
place.
I had to add it.
And
Dude.
some mysterious surroundings around his death. So, yeah, it makes sense.
Right. I had to do it.
Yep. It makes sense, dude.
Yeah. So we'll get into some stuff later that might make this make sense. We'll see. All right, so next up, we have the missing Paula Weldon. I say missing because to this day, there has been absolutely no fucking sign whatsoever of her or any of her clothes or fucking anything. Not so much as anything, dude. Paula Jean Weldon, age 18, disappeared on December 1st, 1946. She was a sophomore at Bennington College, had set out for a hike on the long trail. Many saw her depart, including Ernest Whitman, a Bennington Banner employee, who gave her directions.
I'm going to assume that the Bennington Banner is like a newspaper or something.
Yep, it sure is. She was not wearing a jacket during her journey. It was 50 degrees outside, later dropping to 9 degrees.
Okay.
So she comes up to him. She's not wearing a jacket. It's 50 degrees out. She asks for directions on the trail. The temperature drops to 9 degrees later after she's on the trail.
You wouldn't find me outside in that temperature.
Well, no. Chuck's scared of pants. He has a phobia of like the fabric touching his lower legs.
I kind of do.
He does.
Yeah.
100%. So, yeah. Anyway.
It
Weldon was alleged to have been... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it just, the more, wherever clothes are on my body, it makes my skin crawl. Yeah. I know I have to wear clothes, but if I could get by with much less clothes.
Yeah. I just don't know, buddy.
Light flowing shorts and light flowing material t-shirts.
What the
and
fuck?
That's that dude throwing Molotov cocktails again.
God, what a bitch ass dude.
Get it together, Gus.
So sorry.
About your condition.
About my condition. It probably is a skin condition. I should get checked out.
Right. Whoa.
Oh.
What was going on there?
I don't know, man.
Maybe Gus was recording live or something.
He's in there beating it off.
Right. He does that.
Yep.
So Weldon, she was alleged to have been seen on the trail by herself by an elderly couple who were about 100 yards behind her. According to them, she turned a corner in the trail, and when they reached the same corner, she had disappeared. Just period. 100 yards.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's mysterious, but you want to wonder Did she
was
wander
she
off?
trying to disappear?
She went around the corner and then she just beelined into the woods.
But
off
here's
trail?
the thing: an extensive search was conducted, which included posting of a $5,000 reward, the help from the FBI, but no evidence of her was ever found. So the FBI, the police, everybody, a reward. They searched that whole fucking area, dude. Like, how far could she have gone?
Yeah.
They searched all of it, and not so much as a fucking shoe, man. Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, she buried herself. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's so fucking strange.
No
to
footprints.
me.
I mean, you would think,
Nothing.
okay, if they already know that this couple saw her round that corner.
They had footprints on the trail, and I forgot to add this in, but they had footprints on the trail. They turned to the left, and you see footprints for about 50 yards, and then nothing.
I don't know, man. Yeah, it's mysterious.
It's fucking crazy to me, dude. I mean, it makes no sense, you know?
Pulled into the ground by the chuds.
Yeah, Weldon's disappearance was the inspiration for the 1951 novel Hangs a Man by Shirley Jackson. Well, Shirley Jackson, hope you got your facts straight because I don't feel like reading your book. So, sorry, not sorry. I just don't.
Damn, okay.
All right, what do you got
All
for
right,
me?
well, this next one's fucking
Dude, no,
wild.
wait, hold on. I am proud of myself that I was able to get the double vision enough to read that.
Yeah, you just got
know?
to cross your eyes and stuff. Yeah.
Dude, it's just tough, man. I mean, honestly, this shit
Why didn't you go to the hospital, dude?
I might.
That's...
You always got to wait.
All right. Okay, so like I said, this one's pretty wild. From the website Cool Interesting Stuff, we get this one, okay?
Okay.
James E. Tedford, often referred to as Tetford.
Okay, so the name gets mixed up. Okay.
All right, he was born around 1884 in Vermont. It says Vermont,
Well, it's
not
Vermont.
Maybe
This
they just
idiot-
called it that back
Yeah,
then.
this idiot just didn't know how to write.
Yeah, maybe it was written by a foreigner.
Wow. Chuck is a racist. You guys hear that?
Fuck you, dude.
Did you guys hear that?
I am not.
This guy, he just said hey, wait, let's see the camera. He just said that he's a racist, or he just said
We're gonna
he
get
said
the
he's a
camera
racist.
situation.
God damn it!
I did not.
He said,
Dude.
"Fuck foreigners."
I said maybe he was a foreigner just because he might not know because he's not from this country.
Oh, he's probably got a bomb strapped to him, doesn't he, Chuck? Doesn't he?
Dude.
Doesn't he?
Dude,
All right, go
you're not
on.
funny, dude.
Yes, ask our fans.
Not
I'm
in that
fucking hilarious.
moment. You weren't. Not in that moment.
Move
you weren't.
on.
All right, so not much is known about his early life,
See?
but by 1940, he was resident in Fletchertown, Franklin, Vermont, with his younger wife, Pearl. She was age 28, and he was 56.
Holy shit, that's literally double.
Yeah,
Holy fuck.
it's nuts, dude. Okay, that would be so wrong.
You got to figure back then there was no Spotify or YouTube or TikTok to where like the differences of the generation. You know, back then every generation just fucking farmed and fucking dug wells or whatever the fuck they did.
Yeah, I
you know?
guess it was 1884, so, but it's still,
Yeah.
as long as he didn't
Well, they didn't get married in 1884. It was 1940.
Okay, but anyway, things started to get strange following Tedford's return to Vermont at the end of his second spell of military service at the end of World War II.
Well, congratulations, and I would say thank you for your service, but you're on a spaceship somewhere with aliens.
He's time traveling.
Something, yeah. Yeah, he had a time slip. He's stuck with dinosaurs.
He ran off with the doctor. Got left on a foreign planet somewhere.
Oh, Doctor Who. They love it.
Now, he returned to find his wife Pearl had vanished. No trace of her could be found. The property they rented in Fletchertown had been left abandoned. Tedford's family claimed no knowledge of her whereabouts at all about his missing wife. Like, he's asking all his family and friends, and they know nothing.
In my mind, it makes more sense that she was like, you know what, fuck this.
While he was off at war, and
Yeah.
she just took off.
Well, he comes back from the war, and then he's doing whatever, and she's like, fine, I'm out. You know, because at that time, you could disappear anywhere.
Yeah.
start over.
I mean, you could disappear anywhere right now, dude.
They'll find you.
You got ways. I know people.
Whitey, what's that guy's name?
I don't
The
know.
one the gangster that just got caught after like fucking 40 years or whatever.
I literally have no idea.
Yeah. Look it up.
Whitey.
His name was something, nickname was Whitey, but
Whitey
he was a
Whiterson.
mob boss, dude. Killed a bunch of people or ordered a bunch of deaths and shit, and they finally caught his ass.
Huh.
But
No,
eventually
I don't
they're
know who
gonna.
you're talking
He
about.
had changed his name several times. Eventually they're gonna catch you.
I don't know. What about that that mysterious guy who ended up dead on the beach or whatever? And
We talked
nobody
about
knew.
him.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
was probably somebody, and they still don't know. Anyway, fuck it. Come on.
The reason they don't know is because he was from a different dimension.
Yep.
All right, come on, continue.
Yeah. All right. They said they had last seen her as she was heading to the Amico store in Franklin, but they never saw her again.
Yeah, she was going there to call a ride. Get me the fuck out of here.
Desperate and lonely, Tedford checked into a soldier's home in Bennington sometime around 1947.
Probably 1947. I'm just saying.
I mean, it's a whole year.
Right.
So, on December 1st of 1949, Tedford's remaining family reported him missing.
Okay.
Police investigations and reports show he boarded a bus
This is great.
in St. Albans a few days earlier,
You talk about weird. We're about to get real fucking weird.
but that he had not arrived at his destination. So he gets on the bus, he doesn't make it. Now, Tedford was on his way home to the retirement home in Bennington from a trip to see family in St. Albans, Vermont. The secluded.
The secluded.
I thought
You
he was
gotta
going to be.
maybe
I thought
you
he was
gotta
going to be
concussion.
secluded, out in the woods somewhere, secluded and stuff.
No, that's what makes this one the best.
So the scheduled bus trip should have taken the best part of 8 hours, but heavy snow caused a long delay. The route also passed through the Green Mountain National Forest, an area renowned for disappearances and strange events during the 1940s. Tedford was seen sitting on the bus by 14 other passengers.
14 witnesses.
They all testified to seeing him there, sleeping in his seat.
Okay.
When the bus reached its destination, however, Tedford was gone. And the driver and other witnesses all testified that they had not seen the old man leave the bus.
Right.
Tedford was seen getting on the bus in St. Alban by multiple witnesses and was seen still on the bus at the last stop before arriving in Bennington.
Right.
Somewhere between the last stop and Bennington, this motherfucker vanished.
That's what I'm saying. All these fucking witnesses, too.
Yeah, and strangely, all of his belongings were still in the luggage rack, and a local bus timetable lay open on his empty seat.
I mean, could you imagine being the driver of the bus? You're going to the cops like, I fucking swear I didn't kill him. I have no idea what happened to this guy. Like, seriously.
And then
it was
there's-
not me. I did not do anything. I drove the bus. I am innocent. Ask all these fucking people.
And then there's a bus schedule
Right.
laid open on his seat as if he's like reading it,
Like,
and then he just
yeah.
vanishes and it just goes poop.
I wonder if the aliens took him and his wife are back together.
Oh, that's so sweet. What a reuniting love story. It's wonderful.
Aw. Gus hit the wrong thing.
You think their
Fucker.
love story's funny, Gus?
That's better.
Now they're dancing on the fields of Venus. Wow, it must be hot.
Now, this next one is exceptionally bad. So, from Legends of America, on October 12th, 1950, an 8-year-old boy named Paul Jepson went missing in the area. Jepson was playing in Bennington's cab of a pickup truck when his mother left him briefly to tend to her pigs. When she returned, the boy was gone. After looking for him in the immediate area, he was reported missing and hundreds of people assembled in a search party. Bloodhounds were also brought in to search for the boy, which picked up a scent and followed it toward Glastonbury Mountain. So we're back in that area.
Huh.
Yeah. But it was lost at a nearby crossroads, suggesting a possible abduction by a motorist. Okay.
Okay.
The boy's father said that Paul had been talking about visiting the mountains for several days. Though the area was searched for several days, no clues or remains of the boy were ever found. And I get it that it was difficult. It was a different time, and children were often outside by themselves. Hell, in the 80s and 90s, we played outside by ourselves,
Dude,
like all fucking
day.
day. All fucking day, dude. You know?
Yes, people in the 80s,
Yep.
it was like summertime. Your parents would give you breakfast or let you grab your breakfast, and then you would be out.
But see, like the way they talk, it gives me the vibes that they're like, oh, he must have run away and joined the circus. Because people did that back then. But like, it bothers me. It just bothers me, dude. It's like,
I thought about joining the circus, but I figured I got
8 years old, dude.
I decided not to because I was afraid they were going to make me be the bearded lady.
You are the bearded lady. What? It's not my fault you're her Oh, you didn't want the people to... Oh, okay. Moving on.
Shh.
What do you got?
All right, so 16 days later, Frida Langer went missing on October 28th of 1950. She and several of her other family members were camping in the woods near Glastonbury Mountain. The 53-year-old Langer, along with her cousin Herbert Elsner, left their family campsite near the Somerset Reservoir to go on a hike. However, when they were just a few hundred yards from their campsite, Langer slipped and fell into a stream, soaking her clothes and shoes. She then asked her cousin to wait as she ran back to camp to change her clothes. After Elsner waited for a while and Frida did not return, he also returned to the camp to see if everything was all right. But guess what?
It wasn't.
It wasn't.
Of course. See, that's fucked up, dude. This whole thing is fucked up.
Yep. Frida hadn't even returned to the camp.
Really? So she never even
made it back, dude.
So what the fuck happened, dude?
I don't know.
I mean, they're not even that far from their fucking camp. What did it say? A few hundred yards?
Yeah, and you would think that the trail would be obvious of how to get back. It's not like there's
right.
a thousand branching trails.
They're hiking a trail.
Yep.
Go straight. That's all you got to do. Go straight.
Yeah.
That's fucking wild, man.
Now, like I said, she hadn't returned, and instead, she had seemingly disappeared in broad daylight in this short distance. In the next few weeks, though, several search parties, which included 400 plus people, okay?
Right.
It's comprised of police, volunteers, firefighters, soldiers, even fucking aircraft, dude.
Right.
They all searched for her and turned up with nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking crazy. How do you find nothing?
In like you said, only a few hundred yards.
Right.
Dude, it's nuts, dude.
I don't get it.
Now, the search was finally called off, and then 7 months later, on May 12th, 1951, her body was found near Somerset Reservoir in an area that had previously been extensively searched.
Okay, so somebody or something took her somewhere else, killed her, and then
brought her back to where she came
That's
from?
weird. Why wouldn't they dump her closer to where they killed her?
Why would you why would you take her away and then bring her back to where you got her from?
Right.
I don't know. Now, due to the body's decomposition, no cause of death could be determined.
That's even worse.
The case remains unsolved. And Langer was the last person to disappear and the only one whose body was found. Though no direct connections.
Well, besides that one guy I mentioned who had been crushed somehow.
Right. Dude, maybe with this one, like the aliens abducted her and then they fucked up and she died in the spaceship. And then they just had like
put her back. Be like, what wasn't us.
It wasn't us. We just put her right back where we got her from.
Hell no.
So no direct connections have been found that tie these cases together other than the geographic area and time period. And some claim these disappearances were the work of a serial killer, while others blame the Indian curse or the paranormal, stating the place is a, quote, window into the unexplained. Some say the area is unstable due to wind patterns that are unusually chaotic and confusing, because we all navigate by the wind.
Right, of course. Duh.
Well, gee, I thought the wind was blowing from the east today, but it must not be, so I go this way.
Oh, it tricked me, son of a bitch. I've been tricked by Chuck's wind. Oh, no.
So weird.
I ran this way and it followed me. Ah.
So, I mean, they think the wind is so chaotic and confusing that people can easily get lost, right?
Dude, that sounds like horseshit to me.
It does to me, too, because, like I said, who navigates by the wind?
Like, I'm not a weatherologist or whatever they call it, but there's no fucking way.
It's when you lick your finger and do this and go, okay, that way.
Right, exactly. Hold up a flag. Oh, there it is. Get the fuck out of here, dude. See, it's ridiculous, man. Let's look at some of the theories as to what may have happened to these productive members of society. All right. First things first, this all comes from grunge.com. So, we're just going to kind of go through it. We're not going to mention grunge for every single one.
Okay, yeah.
All of these come from grunge.com.
I went to grunge.com to look in to see some more like information about Soundgarden's Bad Motor Finger. Dude, I was wrong website.
Wrong.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. Bennington Triangle sightings and unusual experiences. Future sightings of the Bennington monster described it as a large creature with black fur which walks upright and is over 6 feet tall. That could explain the crushing.
So, yeah, it's kind of like a Bigfoot type thing.
I told you, I mentioned earlier that we would kind of get there.
Yeah.
So, as reported by Legends of America, witnesses claim the monster is similar in appearance to Bigfoot or Sasquatch. Some visitors to the region have also reported experiencing unusual confusion or dizziness.
Okay, so when you go and question your honey bunny, he's
I'll ask.
Bigfoot.
Yeah.
It wasn't me. I swear it was my cousin. What they call it?
Littlefoot.
What'd they call it? The Bennington monster.
Wow. And he's like sitting there going, I'm not a monster. I'm going to go kill somebody now.
Pretty much
Kind of makes you a monster.
Yep.
Fucking Ted Bundy and shit. Sorry, I was watching a documentary last night. All right. So anyway, in an interview with Bennington Banner, Robert Singley said he was lost in the Bennington Triangle when, quote, everything crescendoed into this weird sort of dizzying confusion. It just suddenly got dark, and then it was like, where am I? What's going on? Singley said he sought shelter under a large maple tree, which was expelling a weird, haunting energy. He eventually made his way out of the woods, and the following morning, he eventually made his way out of the woods the following morning. However, others were not as fortunate. Vermonter reports as many an estimated of 40 Sorry,
people
guys.
have vanished in the Bennington Triangle.
Hold on, I am so sorry. I'm trying so hard.
It's fine.
But I'm gonna hit the doctor after.
Yeah, maybe you should, dude.
Because this is bad.
Yeah.
All right, sorry guys.
So it's estimated that 40 people have vanished in the Bennington Triangle.
Damn.
However, a significant number of the disappearances occurred between 1945 and 1950. In a 5-year period, Paul Jepson, age 8, Frida Langer, age 53, Mitty Rivers, age 74, James Tetrod, age 68, and Paula Weldon, age 18, all vanished on or around Glastonbury Mountain.
See, that's crazy. And then they're not even mentioning the guy that was found crushed to death by the monster.
Right.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, the entire region was searched extensively, I guess with each and every one of these cases.
Yeah. Yep.
As we talked about most of them by now, people searched for every one of these people.
Right. It's not like, they were just like, well, he's probably out there picking mushrooms for a couple days. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like we said, authorities...
Oh, I'm sorry, it's Vermont. Oh, it's not like he's out there picking mushrooms or something. They're close enough to Canadian.
Okay. So authorities did not find any trace of any of these victims, with the exception, Frida Langer.
Okay, I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah, that's the only one that ever was found of these, and then of course the one you mentioned about the guy being crushed. But that's the only bodies that were found and such. The discovery of Langer's body only raised more questions, as she was found 7 months after she vanished in an area that was searched multiple times.
See, and that's weird as fuck. Dude, this next one's probably my favorite one because I feel like it's the most believable.
Okay, well,
and it's probably just because I have Native American blood. I'm a quarter Native American.
Right.
So go ahead, brother. I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was gonna say, since it's your favorite, did you want to give it a try? But if not,
I'll give it a try. We'll see.
I mean, that's fine.
When it gets too much, you can take over.
All right.
Again, I am so sorry, fellow weirdos. I really am. But I hit my head pretty good. That's so weird. That's so weird too, because I was laying like flat, and then bam, flat, boom. I don't know.
Oh, you know what it was? I think it was Beetlejuice. When they're ghosts and she's like floating above the bed, and then the doorbell rings and she falls.
That's Beetlejuice in the middle.
I'm not even sure you could tell.
Small head dude, or no, that's Magic Dude, and then somebody else. So Anywho,
All right. Just take your time, dude. Take your time.
Native Americans believed Glastonbury Mountain was cursed. As reported by History Day by Day, the region was searched by hundreds of local volunteers and soldiers from the nearby Fort Devens. However, they never found the other 4 victims or any evidence as to what may have happened to them. The lack of evidence in the disappearances sparked rumors of alien or paranormal involvement. That's what's up, homie.
All right.
Including the possibility that they were killed by the Bennington monster. The oldest legends about the Bennington Triangle came from the Native Americans in the region, who believed Glastonbury Mountain was cursed. As reported by Obscure Vermont, Glastonbury Mountain is one of the 12 mountains in the range, with a maximum altitude of 3,747 feet. Now, Revelator Network reports the region surrounding Glastonbury Mountain was home to the Abenaki tribe, which was part of the Algonquin Nation. The Abenaki believed their god, Tabaldak, lived at the peak. Sorry, I think that's what it says.
Tabaldak. Ooh, yep.
Did I say it wrong?
Nope. Looks like you said it right.
Oh, good.
Tabaldak.
He lived at the peak of the Glastonbury Mountain. The Abenaki also believed the mountain was cursed because the 4 winds appeared to meet at the peak and often changed directions erratically. As reported by the Revelator Network, they also believed there was a man-eating stone on the mountain.
A man-eating stone?
A man-eating stone. Not a stoned man eating. A man-eating stone.
I bet there's usually stoned men eating up there. Like these days, there's some fucking hippie eating some granola walking through the woods. And
well, they believed that it would open up and swallow anyone who happened to step on it.
dude, I would love to see that.
That would be
No
amazing.
joke, dude.
But you're going to get eaten. Well, yes, you'd have to sacrifice somebody. We'll take Gus.
Yeah.
We'll take Gus up there and then fucking, be like, hey, buddy, step
Go
over
check
here.
out that rock over there,
Let me know what's
Gus.
going
Go
on."
see it. Go see. Check it out. It looks super cool. Those aren't teeth hanging out of it or anything.
You suck.
You
You suck.
Gus. Yeah, well, that's what we'll do then. We'll just plan a trip with Gus. But here's something. How close is this area? How close is like Vermont to Virginia? Is this in the same region?
Vermont to Virginia?
Yeah, I don't even know where Vermont is off the top of my head, dude. I'm
Vermont's
like, my
so it's
geography is awful.
You have Vermont, and then you have Maine, and then you have Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way up there.
All right.
And Virginia is kind of lower.
Lower, yeah.
Yeah, you got to go through like Virginia, and then you got the Carolinas, and then you've got like Pennsylvania, and New York, Rhode Island, all that shit, and then it leads to Vermont and Maine.
Virginia's up higher than the Carolinas.
Okay, so then so you don't have the Carolinas. So you got
It's
Virginia,
right around Pennsylvania.
but you have to go Pennsylvania,
Yeah.
Rhode Island, New York,
Okay.
all that stuff.
Okay,
so.
yeah, because we're taking a trip to Williamsburg this summer, and I was like, if it's close enough, I might go check this place out. But it sounds like it's
Yeah.
pretty far.
Yeah, well, the states are smaller over there,
Yeah.
but yeah, I don't know. It might be worth it. We'll see. So anyway, the stone would open up and eat people. The Abenaki also told stories of large, hairy, half-man, half-animal creatures who lived throughout the region and threatened its inhabitants. Although they generally avoided Glastonbury Mountain, the Abenaki buried their dead at its base. Later legends suggested the region is haunted by their spirits. See? Fucking told you. I told you that's the most likely answer.
The eating rock thing?
Yeah.
That was interesting, though. Okay, yeah, that was good.
It is. I mean, well, and maybe not the eating rock, but like, just
the natives
idea.
the natives already had some belief that land was strange.
Well, yeah, and they knew the erratic winds.
Yeah.
They knew that shit changed. They knew that it just had a weird fucking energy about it. And it could just be that there's a ton of electromagnetic field energy coming from the earth.
Could be
around this mountain to
right.
where like you get there, you get confused, dizzy, you know what I'm saying? And who
Yeah.
knows where you wander to.
quartz stone that somehow like rubbing against each other.
Are you talking about quartz stones having sex?
Yeah. Oh yeah. it's so hot. But
Oh, that was great.
so quartz turn you on then? No, but quartz can create energy and stuff and store energy and stuff. Dude, oh come on. When I'm actually trying to speculate about shit, you want to be a dick? I thought that's what we did here, man.
Anyway,
I got
speculate.
fucking hangnail.
Speculate. Quit chewing on your hangnail.
All right, so like quartz stone can build up and store
I've
energy.
never
and
heard
stuff.
about it.
Yeah, dude.
No.
Quartz can, yeah.
Quartz
Why
has
do you
its
think
own
they
energy.
put? Why do
Quartz
they?
has its own energy.
Because it's in store energy.
But it's not like you put two together and they like fucking hump it out and make baby
You
energy.
could take and rub quartz together. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
So there could be quartz in the ground rubbing off of each other.
If we have any geologists that actually listen to this crap show, let us know. Yeah, well, seriously, this is a shit show, but it's everything we want, and I don't think we trade it for anything.
It can, dude. But anyway, that's where like ground electromagnetic energy comes from, is the different types of minerals. Okay, so you just want to talk the bullshit, but you don't want to talk like the
Serious.
bullshit.
No, you're talking serious. You're getting way too deep. No, you're fine. I'm just fucking with you.
I know,
buddy.
dude, but I'm trying to defend myself against your fucking. That's why I wear. Never mind. All right, wait.
See, if he
fuck
didn't
up.
have his pants on, he'd be telling this a lot better. It'd be a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
Honestly, he would honestly make us believe that quartz has sex and makes baby energy.
Yeah. Well, it does. It does.
I love it, brother.
It does.
See, Chuck's smart. He
It
really
just
is.
it just doesn't get up and like. Nah, come on, man. All right.
All right.
Lastly, we have the Glastonbury ghost town. Okay.
Okay.
In 2014, the now unincorporated town of Glastonbury, Vermont, had a total of 8 residents.
8
in 2014.
Wow.
However, as reported,
Well, that's all that's left. Yeah.
now it's reported by Happy Vermont, the town thrived in the mid to late 1800s.
Uh-huh.
In addition to being a hub for the local charcoal production and logging industries, it had a railroad, a post office, a school, and several residential homes.
Right.
By 1880, the town recorded its peak population with 241 residents.
Okay, so it's a nice little town to raise a family in. And I believe that same fucking paper goes on.
Right. Yeah, Happy Vermont reports 2 murders which occurred in 1892 and 1897, marked the beginning of
Oh, so that's the
Glastonbury's
beginning.
decline.
2 murders is the beginning. Holy
Right.
shit.
So there's only 241 people. You go ahead and
Well, now you got
subtract
239. Right? Sorry, but... Oh, fuck you. Come on. That was funny.
All right, so this marked the beginning of the decline and secured the region's reputation of being haunted by unusual activity.
Okay.
In 1892, Henry McDowell bludgeoned his co-worker John Crowley to death. He later claimed he, quote, heard voices telling him to do it.
Wow. Wow.
Following his arrest,
See,
Heather-
they needed therapy back then.
or maybe there was just voices in the mountains going, kill him.
Why him, though? What did Crowley do? Fuck.
It probably wasn't directed at anybody. It was the mountain whispering, kill him. This one motherfucker was like an antenna that picked it up and went, ah, you mean him? And beats him with a shillelagh and shit.
I hope you guys saw him, his little hammer effect. That was awesome.
It's like I don't have a lot of room here, so I don't want to like hit your computer or something.
Here you go, buddy.
Beats him to death with the hammer.
There you go.
Ooh, wait, he used the other end. That way it wouldn't fly out of his hand, you know. Yeah.
Ooh. Don't ask why there's a hammer here. No, I need to take it upstairs. We got some stuff to do with it.
All right, so following his arrest, Heather Sutphin reports he was sent to a mental health facility, which he escaped
Oh,
and
shit.
was never seen again.
Oh, shit. See, back then you could just literally disappear. Nowadays,
Yeah.
eventually they'll find you.
Right? In 1897, John Harbour was shot to death by an unknowing person, despite being in possession of a loaded gun.
So he had his own gun, and somebody, random person, just shot him.
Yeah, maybe like the other person was a quicker draw.
Right. I'm pretty sure it was never solved, was it?
His murder was never solved. Yeah,
Yeah, they never figured out.
never
Yeah.
figured out who the fuck shot him.
That's weird, man. That's a horrible way.
By 1898, Glastonbury was essentially gutted by a massive flood, which heavily damaged the town's largest resort and completely destroyed the railroad tracks. By 1937,
Well, I guess without the railroad tracks, the town pretty well is done.
right at that period of time,
Yeah,
without
the
railroad running
the
through,
railroad was everything.
if you weren't a railroad or a port town,
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hard to make it. You know, unless you were one of those rare towns that could get the supplies out in the in the West, or you know, one of these little nothing towns, but you were able to get the supplies, you would flourish. You know?
Right. So by 1937, the town was disincorporated due to the substantial loss of industry and resulting population decline.
Gotcha, and that makes sense.
As
You got 8 people living there now.
Right. That's
hardly.
That's not even a town. Dude.
Yeah,
That's not
exactly.
even a neighborhood.
That's why they're just like, it's just an area.
There's more than 8 people living on the corner by my house.
Dude, there's more than 8 people sleeping on Main Street because they're homeless.
You're right.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. You got something sad to... Oh. Let's give a moment to the poor folks.
A moment of silence, guys.
We could go up there and help them. You know, we'll just go order a bunch of tacos at Bert's and just give everybody a taco.
Or we could just get tacos at Bert's and eat them.
We could do that too. But I would love to see you walk up to one of these people and be like, hey, you want my taco?
Be like, hey, I'll eat your taco. Oh, wait, no, you can eat my taco.
Here, you want to eat my taco? Don't even show them that you have tacos at first.
But imagine, what if they don't like tacos?
I don't know.
They're allergic to tacos, Chuck.
What's in the tacos that's allergic?
Could be
The tomatoes?
the tortilla.
Okay, I guess I've heard of flour allergies, and they're flour tortillas or corn tortillas. Some are corn. So
They might eat gluten-free, and that's why they're homeless, because their significant other got tired of eating gluten-free shit.
it's really
Kicked 'em
fun.
out.
It's really fucking weird that we're just like talking about this with this sad piano music.
Oh,
I
sorry.
thought we were supposed to be silent.
My bad. Well, anyway, well, what were we saying?
I don't remember. Oh, the substantial loss of industry and population decline.
Gotcha.
Now, as reported by Happy Vermont, the former town of Glastonbury and surrounding region are currently owned by the U.S. National Forest Service.
Right. So basically, it's a national forest. You know,
Right.
Reserve.
The 27,000 acres surrounding Glastonbury Mountain include 2 ghost towns and more than 36 square miles of uninhabited land.
See, that shit's fascinating, dude.
Yep.
It really is to me. You know. Oh yeah, and there was a short time that these fucking yokels, and I can say that, come on, it was the 50s. You know, it's been long enough. You know, thought that there was a super duper serial killer in their midst. Luckily, no one got hanged for it. After all this, how about we do some trolling the internet, buddy?
All right, let's troll. Let's get some
See?
trolls
Didn't
out
see
here.
that coming, did you? I set it up that way.
Oh my god, why are there so many trolls?
Julia Meredith starts us off with some words of wisdom. All right, look, if the natives say to avoid an area, avoid the area. I fucking love it, dude.
Right. I guess that's true, though.
That is good.
If the original people,
Right,
the
are like,
indigenous
don't go
people,
there.
Don't go
Don't
over there.
fucking go there.
All right, I got one here from Zim Vader.
Oh,
So I
okay.
guess it's like Invader Zim, but
Well, it's Darth Vader's second cousin.
Zim Vader.
Yes.
All right, cool. Now, Zim Vader said, what's with elderly people in woods?
Thinks about my 70-year-old biology professor who takes us hiking at least 5 times a year and who is in better shape than any of us 20-somethings will ever be. I finished that quote for you.
You didn't have to. I was going to get to it. I was just laughing about the elderly people
Well,
in
if
the
you
woods.
want to cut that, we can,
No, it's fine.
All right, keep going. You can do the next one, buddy.
All right, well, you didn't have to steal that one from me, motherfucker.
I didn't mean to. Honestly, I didn't mean to. I thought you didn't. You know.
No, I knew. I was just kind of still getting over the... All right, fine. All right, where did we leave off then? Okay.
I'm sorry.
I bet you are.
So sorry.
All right, game
I'm
sucks.
sorry.
All right, come on, sorry guy.
So sorry.
I'm sorry, man.
I accept.
All right, cool.
Game Sucks wrote, there was still no sign of rivers. Shows a river.
We can't find many rivers. He's like, dude, there's a river right there. Literally, I'm look, I'm in the river. We found it. Look, I'll go to the middle of the river. Now we found Middle Rivers.
Yeah, that's the person who was missing. Middle Rivers. Look, I'm mid.
I wonder if they ever looked
now.
in the middle of the river for Midi Rivers. That's awful, but it's funny as fuck.
Could you imagine? Yeah, because like in the video, it's like panning across the river, and the narrator comes over. We could still find no sign of rivers.
You got one guy sitting there smoking a joint going, dude, there's a river right there.
At a river, bro.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. How am I smarter than you? Francesca Basanti added, Mommy, I want a Bermuda Triangle. Mom, there's Bermuda Triangles at home. Lives in Vermont.
No, we got Bermuda Triangles at home.
That's so fucking funny. If you were an 80s or 90s kid, that shit was legit, dude.
Right?
Seems like nowadays more parents, like when they're kids asked to go out to eat, more parents are willing.
Yeah.
But
we'd be driving past a McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
I want McDonald's. We got McDonald's at home.
Exactly.
Then your McDonald's at home was a piece of regular white bread.
Yes,
with
a hamburger, and a little ketchup and mustard. You're like, can I at least have pickles? No, we don't have pickles. I don't like it, dude. I can't. Oh yeah, hamburgers on white bread. Oh my god, that was such a thing.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous, man.
Yep. All right. So do we got another one here? Old Lady Digger. Old Lady Digger.
Okay.
Well, old Lady Digger. Now, I just get this mental image of this like crooked backed old lady like trying to dig a hole.
Oh, I was thinking more like dude in the bar going, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. He's looking for grannies tonight. He's on the prowl. He's
I
like,
dig it. I dig it.
Mature ladies. The more wrinkles, the better.
Right.
All right. So old lady Digger said, when I was a kid, my parents worked for the Forest Service in Oregon, and we lived in the top of one of those fire towers. What is Desolation Butte?
What the fuck?
I guess Desolation Butte might be a place.
I guess.
But how in the fuck do you grow up in one of the top of those fire towers in the forest? And I had to do the voice because it was old lady, so.
Right. So today we'll end trolling the internet with a comment from Stone Dust and Stardust.
I like that name, too.
Yeah.
That's
Bigfoot graves. I think they're native burial mounds, a sacred site. Oh, sure. Whatever you say, bro.
Bigfoot graves.
Maybe people are going, oh, those aren't ancient burial sites. Those are Bigfoot graves.
The Monk's Mound, there's about 8 big feet in there.
Big feet. Is it big feet or big feet?
Bigfoots.
Bigfoots.
I don't know the plural
I like
of
Bigfoots. I like Bigfoots.
All right.
It sounds good to me.
Yeah, I guess Bigfoots. Sure. That one works.
So most of this, however unlikely, could possibly be explained by the density of the woods or the change in wind patterns or by serial killers or by Bigfoot.
Or by a serial killing Bigfoot that follows the patterns of the winds.
I love it, dude.
That's-
We just solved the
we solved
mystery.
it.
Why
Boom.
has nobody thought of that?
Yeah, most people aren't as smart as we are.
I'm telling you, man, we're fucking geniuses over here. But the one thing that blows my mind more than cocaine is the man on the bus, James Tedford. Sorry, I had to do it, man. I've been clean for a while, guys. I mean, what the fuck happened to him, though, dude?
I don't know. That one's weird.
It's
Yeah.
so fucking strange. So many people saw him.
Yeah.
So somewhere while the bus is moving,
And the bus driver can vouch that he did not get off at the previous stop.
the bus driver and what was it, 14
passengers
that got off at that last stop said he was sitting in that seat. He did not get
He
off.
didn't get off at the
So
previous
now
stop.
the driver's driving to Bennington, and somewhere while the bus is moving, poof.
Guy's gone.
What the fuck? Did he fall through the toilet and drown?
You know, like in Speed.
You know what I mean? He fell through the toilet and fucking drowned in the fucking shit storage tank. And Greyhound couldn't afford to lose the fares with that kind of media coverage, so they just hired Jimmy Hoffa to get rid of the body. And while he was getting rid of it, Jimmy Hoffa slipped into the concrete he was putting the guy into and got stuck.
Oh,
boom!
solved two mysteries.
Solved. That's what's up. That's what we do here.
We solved 3 today.
I feel. Oh my god, dude! I feel energized, and I
We
keep hitting
solved
my
3
microphone
today. the Bigfoot serial killer, the guy on the Greyhound, and Jimmy Hoffa. That's 3.
Oh my God, we are on a fucking roll. Listen up, FBI, we're here. Quit surveillancing me. I look up a lot of weird shit. You know?
That's true. I keep wondering what kind of lists we're on.
Or this shit just could be unexplained. That's possible.
Yeah, I mean, there's that too.
I've
but
heard it
that's-
both ways.
Yeah, that's a lot less interesting.
Well, I've heard it both ways. You know, the way we just explained, or that it's just unexplained.
Yeah.
I've heard it both ways.
Yeah.
You know, as for me, I have so many fucked up mental issues that bugs drive my OCD fucking wild. So you won't see me in the woods anytime soon. Period.
I like going out to the woods.
Fuck that, dude.
I got a candy bar that I'm gonna eat if the weather's nice this weekend and go out to the woods. And I'm not gonna be doing much of that, but fuck you guys.
They don't like the fact you're going to the woods.
Well,
They want you to stay right here, homie.
nope. I'm gonna go commune with the universe.
Sounds like a good plan, dude. Well, while you're doing that, remember, an open mind leads to endless possibilities. Join us next time for another piece of Weird Candy.